Hello, Mimi Makers. It's Thursday. Mind you, it's a little bit later Thursday today. With some different scheduling issues, I'm just doing my video a little bit later. I hope this still works for everyone and everybody gets their looking at pretty fabric fix today, whether you're watching this live with me or you're watching it recorded. And I'm seeing like the lighting is now different than it is in the morning. And even though I turned the lights down, I feel like I'm overexposed. My camera is not liking this, so I apologize. I mean, didn't really come here to see my face anyway. So as long as the fabrics turn out fine, I think we're good. So I hope some of you can still join me, even though we had to reschedule this. So Zell is here, Linda's here, and Catherine is here. I hope some other people will join me and join the conversation. Feel free to ask questions and say hello in the comment section so I can see who's here with me. I have a few pretty things here. Jane is here. And Zell is admiring my hoodie dress. Yes, I did make this hoodie dress. Oh, look at that. I didn't even clean up behind me. Just ignore the mess while I do a little twirl for you. I really like the panel on the side of this one, on my hoodie dress. And I did elastic piping on these edges and on the hood, just to bring out the shape of this hoodie a little bit, in case you haven't seen it in my Instagram yet. Thanks, Zell. And Janice is here from BC. All right. A lot of people already joining. Grab a glass of water, cup of coffee, cup of tea, or just sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. And as I said, feel free to ask questions along the way if you should have any. So I am going to start with this cozy wonderfulness. I don't know if you've spotted this, but this is a beautiful, and I feel like we've had this discussion before, plaid. Is it plaid? It's definitely not a gingham. It's not a check. I think this is plaid, right? And this one is a cotton sweater knit. It's actually 100% cotton. The finish feels very similar to the Lotta that we had a little while ago, but the Lotta was made out of viscose. So it was more springy and stretchy, whereas this one is made out of cotton. So it has a little bit more body to it, but it looks very similar in terms of the brushed finish. So one side, so the side here is the brushed side, and it's actually a jacquard, so it's not printed. And then the back side is just nice and smooth, but no brushing on there. And like, see, you can barely, it's almost like a negative of that pattern, but it's really, really nice. And you should definitely look at the pictures. I did upload some pictures from some makers in Germany who made really nice coats. So it is a lighter weight, but if you did, so you can make a sweater dress like this. You can just make a really nice, like a Karin, is it the Karin Raglan cardigan? Cardigan, shawls, things like that. But I did like that little jacket they put on that little guy or kid. I shouldn't say, I don't know if it was a boy, but there's a little kid that's wearing this jacket. It's like, it looks like, your traditional lumberjack style jacket with a hood. Looks so cute. And then I guess they lined it with something warmer, and it's really, really nice. So definitely look at the pictures in the product for this one. There's two colors. So there's this gray, but it's almost like, it's like a grayish, I would say, because it has a warm undertone to it. So it does have some stretch, but do keep in mind, yes, a shacket. Do keep in mind that because it is 100% cotton, it doesn't have the elasticity that the same elasticity as a fabric that has some elastane in it. So it doesn't really bounce back. So it really molds to your body and gets really nice and cozy. And then once you wash it, it kind of goes back to that original state. I've even seen somebody make some pants. Lots of fantastic ideas out there. And there is a matching ribbing that I have connected to this product as well. And there's a second color, which I think is my favorite, because look at that. Me with my blue eyes. Look, can you see how blue my eyes are with something like this? So beautiful. So this is the sapphire blue version of it. And again, really nice and brushed on this side. And you can see the jacquard texture on this side. And there is a sapphire blue ribbing for this one as well. So these are really, really fun. I brought patterns here somewhere. I was thinking, what about this? Like even like a sweater like this would be nice. Then there's like all of the cardis will work, all of the cardigans, just, you know, for layering, or even just like a loop scarf kind of thing. Lots of options there. All right, then we have 3 woven fabrics this time, which we haven't had in a while in the Viscose Twill, which I really like for this season, because as you know, I'm not much of a dress wearer, but very much like this, what I do like in fall winter, I do like to wear leggings or tights and then a dress over it, because I still feel like I'm wearing a pant. I really like wearing pants. So I do like dresses out of fabrics like this, because it's a slightly heavier viscose. It's not sheer. You can even use it as a bottom weight fabric, but this drapes really nicely. So your hinterland dress, which it has a long sleeve option, this one, the orchid midi dress, this would be a really, really nice one. What did I do? I'm pushing buttons here. I mean, this is not a pattern, but like a skirt like this would be really nice. I actually brought it for the shirt, but I'm pretty sure this is not a pattern, but something like that would be nice. Why was my thing pushing buttons? All right, so number 1, and this is actually a Tosten Belga print from the same collection as the French terries we've had over the past few weeks, the beaver and the woodpecker and the squirrel. So this is from the same forest woodland collection. So this has look at the drape of this. So it has a really nice drape, but it's not as thin as a challis. So as I said, it is a twill. If you were to look at can you see the texture? No, you cannot. But it is a twill texture, I promise you. And look at the size of this print. This is just a really, really nice scale. And I also have connected, there was a picture of somebody who made a beautiful dress, and I've added it to this product just so you can see what it looks like on a person. This one has almost like a khaki green background. And then this is like a deep wine, like purple reddish color. This is a brighter purple. And then we have this really nice fuchsia pink around these sleeves. And it's just a really good coloring. I really like this. Or a blouse, the oversized blouse, maybe the shirt that I made the other day, the Calais shirt, the Calais by Closet Core. And as you know, or I hope you know, because our Black Friday week is on, all of the patterns are still 25% off. So do snatch them while we still have them. So whatever is in stock is 25% off only this week. Well, actually until Monday. That's our extra special for you. This is the other colorway, so same print. The background on this one is almost like a maroon, with a purple undertone. And then we have some black and then some rust colored leaves. And then we have like the fuchsia and these magenta colors in there. So this is a really nice, warm, of course, Mimi's favorite, even though I would wear the other one too. They're both like warmer, but this one is warmer. And this has, I guess this has a little bit more blue in it, just for comparison. So this has the warmer tones. This one has slightly cooler forest tones. Oh, and Victoria and Allison made it as well. Welcome, welcome. And then last but not least, you know I like my animal print. I can never say no to animal print. I feel like there's a person here that would look fantastic in this. More than one, but I think because it's purple and it's an animal print, you know who you are. It's going to be great on you. So this is like a plum purple, like a warm purple tone with black, also a viscose twill. Absolutely beautiful. Would also make a really nice wide leg pant, skirt, dress. So many options. So for this fabric, if you have not sewn with this before, or you're worried because it is a little bit more slippery, moves a little bit more on the bias, I do recommend getting some of the Mary Ellen's Best Press Spray. It is a starch-free pressing spray. So it does not leave any stains or residue behind, even though like at first I couldn't believe it didn't have any starch because it felt very much like it, but there is no starch, doesn't leave stains. And when I sew with these types of fabric, the Viscose Twill, the Viscose Challis, I always spray my fabric with it before I cut my pieces, because then there's less movement. It's a little bit more grippy. It's easier to cut it out. And then also for sewing, there's a little bit more grip to keep the layers together. So definitely if you do not have the Mary Ellen's Best Press Spray in your sewing room yet, you should definitely grab one this week. We do have them in stock in the Mimi shop. And also at the same time, you should probably get a flatter spray. The flatter spray is great at the end to get it nice and flat, and also for refreshing it. So I like the flatter spray not only for decreasing wrinkles because it is a relaxer, but it is also a refresher. They're all made with natural scent, so they smell really, really pleasing. So if you have either your wool sweaters or your dresses or your blazers that maybe just have need some refreshing, they don't need a wash, spray it with those sprays. That's my secret for today as to what to use those for. And there's a new flavor, the wild mint. Mild mint is really nice, but I kind of like them all. So I can't even recommend you which one is the best because they're all really good. Oh, look, clearly the camera thinks that this is my color because look how I got like just a healthy tone on my face now just by holding this dear to my face. I guess the camera knows what's good for me. So maybe I'll be walking out with this tomorrow. So this is the new extra cozy viscose sweater knit Kim. So if you have been a Mimi maker for a few years, you may or may not remember a similar one that we had that was called Kai. And they do feel very much alike. And it's absolutely fantastic. So Kim is a double face interlock. So of course you can't see this on this light one, but both sides are right sides, which makes it a little bit thicker, which also means it lies flat. It does not curl. Some of you, and I've actually had somebody comment on that, they're like, oh, this must be a really thick fabric because I read that it's 300 GSM. And yes, it is 300 GSM. And yes, it is thick, but it's not super thick. You just have to keep in mind that the fibers of this fabric are heavier than cotton. So when we have our cotton, our fluffy cotton fabrics, which I think are very comparable in thickness, they will not weigh as much for the same amount of surface. So the square meter, the grams per square meter are lower for the same thickness of fabric than this one, because viscose, bamboo, and the tensile fibers, they're all heavier, and you can just feel that in the weight, even though they are relatively thin. So it's not overly thick, excuse me. And they all of the Kims have a little bit of color variation, a little bit of heathering to them. They're super stretchy. Look at that. Super stretchy. Not so much this way. So vertically, it's maybe like 20%, but this way, lots and lots of stretch. There was something else I wanted to mention about it. Yes, I did. And I did mention that in the description, just because some people are not aware of it when you only see it online and you can't touch it. So if you look at it, you can see that it has like little hairs. So it looks a little bit like, I want to say like an, you know, like your alpaca kind of or Angora type finish. So when you have a fabric that has like these tiny little hairs, the thing is, you can't really wash it in the washing machine. I mean, can you? Yes. But what happens with fabrics like this that have like these little hairs when you wash it in the washing machine and they rub against each other from the other fabrics, then you get little pills. So this is a fabric that can pill, probably will pill a little bit. But what you do is hand wash it or wash it on its own, lay flat to dry, and either use your fabric shaver if you have one, or your wool comb, which we also have. Like they're like $3, $4, you know, those little purple combs that we have in our wool section. So the wool sweater comb or sweater comb, I can't remember what we call it, but if you add one of those, I'll link it in the newsletter tomorrow. So if you are a newsletter subscriber, you'll see it in there, and then you can just brush those out after wearing. It's definitely going to be worth it. So, you know, sometimes the special things, you just have to work a little bit harder for them, I guess. So this is the vanilla cream color. And then there's this gorgeous light blue, which is one of my go-tos because it looks exactly like my eyes. It's a nice icy light blue, one of my favorite colors. Look how cozy this is. Don't you just want to wrap yourself in this? It's so soft. And then a nice orchid. I love orchid. Oh, look, I guess this is also a good color for me. The camera agrees with this color for me. I don't look so pale now. Look at this. Oh, I just want to squish this. It's so beautiful. So nice. All right, orchid, I'm going to have to let you go. Next up is lavender. Lavender or lilac? No, I can't remember what I called it. Also absolutely beautiful color. I could just keep squishing this fabric. Can I just like be here and keep squishing this fabric? No? Okay. All right. Then let's continue. And then last but not least, we have a very classic black, also really squishy and beautiful. So for this, I was also thinking, whoop, oh my goodness, I dropped it. The Closet Core Mile End sweater, I think would be really cozy, but really any sweater is going to be great in this. Then I have two more textured knits, Jacquard knits, and they're absolutely stunning and perfect for the festive season. So there's two of them. So they're a stripe, and can you see how it's like a bumpy, has like a little bit of a bumpy washboard type texture? It's like you can feel the ribs. So it's always alternating solid white and Lurex glitter thread. And on the inside, it's just flat. No Lurex glitter thread on the inside. So it's nice and soft, and there's no skin irritation. Like you cannot feel the glitter on the inside. The glitter is only on the outside, but it is glitter thread, so it does not fall off, but it's almost like a web that they knitted into each of these wales of this fabric, and it's really gorgeous. It's going to make such a nice, I was thinking even just like a simple sweater like this, like with the high neckline, maybe like a boat neck sweater would be nice, or a cardigan, a bodycon dress, all the festive things. And I'll just show you, it does have a good amount of stretch horizontal and even vertical. Lots of stretch here. And the next one is the same, but in black. So black and gold. I mean, speak of like maximum festiveness factor. It's sparkly, it's stretchy, it's awesome. So I hope that some people are going to make some amazing things out of this. I definitely want to take some home and maybe make a present for someone that I don't want to mention, just in case they watch it. It is the person that has made me. Maybe she doesn't understand it that way if I say it like that, but I think she would look absolutely gorgeous in a sweater like that. So that might be my Christmas present. All right. And last but not least, we have the knitting special of the week. I was really happy to see that a lot of people enjoyed the knitting specials that we had for this week. They're still on today. So if you still want to grab a kit for the sweater or the cardigan or the socks that are on special until today, you have to do it before midnight today. So if you don't know where that is, you go on our website onto the knitting and crochet section, and then the first subsection will be the specials of the week. And you'll see that the ones for tomorrow and next week are still disabled, so they'll be available tomorrow. And the ones that are running are still available to purchase right now. And if you wanted to combine them with something you're buying tomorrow, you could just leave a note in the order and we can ship them out together. So I wanted to show there's like some kids patterns. I'm going to start with the kids patterns. Number one is going to be this little hat. I mean, I wish I had the idea to make a hat like this for my kids when they were little, because these flaps just going all the way down are just absolutely fantastic. And the yarn that comes with this is a 100% merino yarn, which is super cozy. There are a lot of colors. I just brought the pastel-y colors for now, just to show you what the options are. So the cool wool print would have a little bit of the color variation, and I really like all of them, so you can't really go wrong. This one is like a light lilac with white, and these are light aquas with white, the pink with white, then the lilac with gray, and like the gray and taupes. And then there's a lot of beautiful solids as well, the soft white, the blue periwinkle, a pink, lilac, and this is like a almost like a sandshell color. So all of these will be absolutely fantastic to choose. So if you have not purchased one of our kits before, so you essentially go to the product, and then it will ask you from the drop down to select which color you would like to get with your pattern, and then you get the printed copy of the pattern and the yarn that is required for the size. If there is sizing, like this one doesn't have sizing, it's you can knit all of the sizes with the same amount of yarn. But if there is sizing, you get whatever is required to make that pattern. So that is the little hat. And then we also have this little jacket. How cute is this jacket? I mean, come on. Come on. That makes me want to knit for someone little. I don't have any little people coming into my life or in my life that I can put these on. I suppose I could do a doll size. So the sizing, if you're questioning the sizing, number one, you can always message me and I can help you. But the sizing, and there is a size chart of this on the website. If you go to the product and you scroll down to sizes, it will tell you the sizes. So the European sizing goes in body height. So if it says 62, 68, it basically means that it will fit from 62 to 68 centimeters of body height of the child is what the fit is. And I hope that's not too confusing, but you know, measure. If you're not sure how big they are, put them on a piece of paper and take a pencil and kind of gauge. I think that's how our doctor always did it. Just drew a line on top and bottom just to gauge how tall they are. And that's how you gauge the sizing for this cute little jacket. So maybe get the set if you have someone coming up who needs this. And then for an adult pattern, we have this absolutely fantastic cardigan. I mean, come on, look at how cozy this looks. So this is a slightly oversized cardigan with the avio, which is a yarn with a very subtle color gradient, as you can see. It's very, very subtle. And it is an alpaca polyamide yarn. Look how squishy that is. And alpaca is just so soft. If you've never had alpaca yarn before, it's definitely extremely soft. And there are a whole bunch of colors to choose from. This is the purple that's in the video, and some grays and naturals. So those are the choices for tomorrow. Now our Black Friday sale is going to be, or Black Friday week sale will still be on until Monday. So you still have time to add all of these things to your cart. So the patterns are all 25% off this week. So add them to your cart tomorrow. Everything that's in the sale section, so go to the Black Friday specials and go on the on sale section, is also an additional 25% off. So there's some really, really great deals in there. There are some great knitting supplies deal on some of our yarns and our needles, which will be great Christmas presents. If you are looking for a sewing machine, embroidery machine, serger, cover stitch, you're just going to have to give us a call or shoot us an email. about the in-store specials that we have for our machines. So thank you so much for being patient and watching this with me. I hope that you got inspired to make something beautiful for yourself or somebody that you appreciate and want to make something for. And as usual, all these items will be available for purchase tomorrow, Friday, November 24th, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you're signed up for our newsletter, you will get a notification when they're all available, and also put some helpful tricks that I have mentioned in this video or may have forgotten. I'll put them in the newsletter. If you're not subscribed yet, the link is in the description of this video. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day and a wonderful weekend. And I'll see you next week. Bye.